Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Mom, You're Embarrassing Me. I'm Jordan Wick.
And I'm Michele Spahr.
And today we have two amazing guests with us, and we cannot wait for you guys to get to know them more. So, Mom, take it away.
So our first guest today is not just a fan favorite. She's basically the Beyonce of pro pickleball. We have Lee Whitwell with us today. She is a coach, a speaker. She is a trailblazer for women in the sport. And if you've ever seen her play, you know that she brings the fire and fun. She's also the co-founder of Game Changer Events. And we are so excited to have you.
Thank you.
We got to see you in US Open and can see why people are so excited and call you the fan favorite because it was amazing. And we'll get into that a little bit too. But we also have Angela Farmer. You're not just in the pickleball world. You are amazing outside, off the court too. So first of all, she is Game Changer co-founder. She is not only involved in pickleball, but she's also a world-renowned conservation photographer. Did I get that correct?
You did.
All right. We want to hear more about that. Please, because that's exciting.
Yeah, I essentially just try to give a voice to animals and places that don't have one to educate the planet that we need to save them.
Yeah. Well, that's great. And I heard you won awards.
Yeah.
Did I get that right?
Actually currently the judge for the Ocean Conservancy, which is one of the most renowned photography contests in the world.
Wow. Congratulations. You've obviously worked hard for that because that could not have come easy.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Congrats on that. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Well, she was on the road, so they had to make her a judge.
And we're going to have you win again.
Right here. Yeah, be a judge. What is that?
You win her this time, not yourself.
She'd and the winner is me.
Losers. Oh my gosh.
So I did some research on you, Angela, because I wanted to know more about you. And I think Lee was interviewing you for Game Changer, but she said that you were the brains and she called herself the Muppet. And I know you're going to shake your head no, I'm sure, Angela, but Lee, would you say do you still believe that? Or are you well, maybe?
No, I'm still the Muppet, 100%. That's no question. She's definitely the brains, and the taskmaster and the one who keeps us organized, or me organized. So, because she can sit out in nature for hours to find, an endangered leopard. So she has a lot of patience when it comes to dealing with me. So I think that balances everything out.
I think
Everything
so
makes
too.
it.
Yeah, I watched the interview and you used, we call them expensive words, and you used a word and I was like, I hope she doesn't try to use some fancy word on me because I'm not going to know how to answer the question.
Mom, she said some big expensive word. I didn't even have a clue what it meant.
I was like, oh, great. She's smart. You're in trouble.
Not
But the other thing, Angela, is that you talked about having a vision and just going for it, even when people thought you were a little bit crazy.
big time. I think there's a fine line between brilliance and insanity. And as long as you can balance it, you're on the right track.
Well, that's what the two of us are doing because people thought we were crazy when we said we were going to start this podcast for, talking about, we were like, it's a not pickleball podcast, but we'll talk about pickleball, which now it's almost, so much of it is about pickleball, but
That's okay though.
Yeah,
Good
but-
thing to talk about, especially right now.
I know, right? The other thing you said is that just gave me goosebumps is you said pickleball can change the world.
They can.
And I love that so much. And I totally agree with you.
Yeah, it brings all kinds of walks of life onto a court and people that you would never, ever give the time of day to. And you're playing across from someone who may possibly have different political beliefs than you. And at the end of the day, you're laughing and shaking hands and calling score and having a fantastic time. And then it all opens the door to create those conversations that need to be had. So I
100%
heal the world.
I love that so much. And I know we had originally, this was going to be a podcast about having a conversation with Lee, but Angela, I'm a total groupie now. So I was like,
I'll do that later. I'm out. I'm going to go.
Then Angela, do you want to introduce us to the person you have to your right there?
Right? Never mind. Female pro in the world.
Love it.
It's Lee Whitwell.
Love it.
Yeah, we did do like a whole like, woo, for her, didn't we? Okay, so we already knew that these two were impressive, but right here on Mom, You're Embarrassing Me, we have breaking news that these two risk takers, these gladiators, these trailblazers are now even taking on more because they are the new co-owners of a USLPL team, the LA Game Changers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That is exciting.
Yes.
As you know, I'm friends with the league founders, Ron and Michael. So they definitely threw a couple questions out here for me to ask you, which we will get to. But
hopefully one is not Leah, you reading my emails because I'm not.
Let me see here. But before we get to that, so I don't know if you've done any research on us. Apparently not, or you wouldn't be here. Or like, did they really say yes? Did they do any research on us at all before Lee said yes? But if you were here with us in studio, we only have 2 chairs. So we always have to ask our guests, if you were here with us, you would have to pick a lap to sit on. So whose laps would you sit on? Who picks her? Who picks me?
I pick Mom.
Which lap would you sit on? Okay, there you go.
Come sit right here, girl.
I'm sitting on the elephant pants.
Yeah, we just exposed my pants, so I'll just show everyone.
I know that I'm gonna have to make an appearance. Right? I'm too.
You know what? I appreciate it because everyone picks my mom, and I'm like, seriously, I have like 100 pounds on her. Like I'm a comfy.
But I think a lot of times people think that maybe you're like young, and then maybe CPS would be best.
Well, John,
and they're thinking like maybe safe bets, Mom, because she's of age.
Yeah. So it's so funny. So John, we asked John that question, he said, "Well, I'm gonna have to pick Michelle's because I know him. Like I've known John for a bit, but." I said, yeah, because if you chose Jordan's lap, then you would just be a dirty old man. And so we
yeah, like
it's better to sit on that. Oh, he got a kick out of that. But all right. So we got that question out of the way. That's the hardest question we have for you guys. So it'll be easy from here. Oh, actually, we've got one more, a fan question for you. We had a fan submission from Rob in Florida who said, Lee, what's the story with number 31? Rob Nunnery from Florida asks,
Rob Nunnery should know the story behind number 31 because he's number 16 on the number 31. I'm number 15, who is number 16.
So I have no idea. He didn't tell me any background. We don't know.
Okay, so
you just ask her about 31.
So 31 goes back to the original MLP draft, year 1. And publicly, maybe a couple of people, opinionated people, won't say that, took to social media and essentially said that Rob and I were 2 of the most useless picks of MLP. And
rude.
Yeah, my team was the Chimeras and Rob was on BRQK. And we ended up playing each other in the final. And the BRQK ended up winning by like 2-3 points. Rob and I collectively are number 31 because,
I love that.
We were vilified quite a bit. And, I mean, our team was vilified. We were told we were the useless team outside of Annalee, right? That we didn't belong together. And yeah, social media had a blast, basically ripping us apart, and that Rob and I were the worst picks ever. So now we're 31.
I love that so much. I wasn't sure if it was something that he was making fun of you about or if it was something. So I was bracing myself like, okay, what is he setting this up for?
Nothing bad. It was it.
Well, I mean, it's not the greatest story though. That kind of stinks that you guys have seemed like you've rised above that. And now you just take it as a badge of honor. Now you can say, F them.
Absolutely. I mean, here's the thing. It's like that nobody wanted to bet on us. And, obviously, in MLP they did at number 15 and 16 picks, and we proved them wrong. So
well, that's so much man in the
arena. Bet, but we'll come through. Put it that way.
Yeah, man in the arena, right? It's the people up there in the stands.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So, because for me this is an exciting topic because this is something that I'm actually just invited you on because I'm going to just be kissing your ass here, Lee, because I am going to the combine for the USLPL. So you are a owner now. So I am maybe just going to have to,
maybe she'll be number 16.
maybe I'll be 16.
Could be it.
Maybe I could be 31.
So you have to know is I'm not allowed to drop. Remember, I'm the mother. So you're kissing the wrong ass right now.
Wait, who says it? Oh, I'll kiss whoever it is.
Remember, I chose you to sit on your lap.
We need to bend over, whatever. All right, this is a family-friendly show.
All you need to know is that we definitely have a price. We can be bought. Or at least I can.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, we will let you guys be frequent guests on our podcast.
There we go.
No, frequent
listeners, got it.
I'll even get you your own chairs. How about that? We'll buy 2 more chairs.
I'll have these ones actually.
Yeah. You get the elephant pants.
Bring wine we're in.
Yeah, perfect. We'll do that. All right. So, okay. In that same interview, Angela, I think you said that Lee was a total risk taker. We've already said that you are obviously a risk taker. So is that how you guys got involved with USLPL, where you're like, okay, we're jumping in? Like, what made you guys decide to jump off the cliff together on this?
I mean, I think we both have the same motto, go big or go home, right? And I think we also want to pave the way for senior pro women, but also just senior pro athletes bottom line. And the only way to do that is to set an example. So I think owning a team 2 women is really huge. And also the first West Coast team. And then what our platform and what we're using it for to really elevate senior pro players.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I love that you guys are an LA team, because I think that's the only West Coast team.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Right. And so I went to high school in Santa Clarita Valley.
I know. I love Santa Clarita. I used to live out there.
Right. I did. I went to Canyon High School. Canyon Country. I lived in, yeah.
I used to live in Mount right next to Santa Clarita.
Yeah, nice. All right, see, we're bonding here, right? So the next question is, you guys have 4 protected players, and am I one of them? No, I'm just kidding.
That's why you're on the podcast. We're just trying to secure
one of those protected players.
And just a conservation photographer, so we have photographs of our protected players. So
okay, actually, I was curious, and I know that no disclosing who anyone is, but you guys already know who you want to take as your protected players?
I'll give you a sneak peek.
You will?
I'm one of them.
Yeah, look at me, 3 to go. Perfect.
Yeah, we do know we have them identified, and they're sweeping right now. So
yeah. Okay, so whose idea was it to buy the team?
So I'll be honest. Angela puts up with a lot, especially when I'm allowed to go off leash. And we were at the US Open, and I may have gone to the bar to get a drink. In fact, for me, I came back with like 6 drinks for people that I didn't pay for. Some rando paid stuff.
There was some bribing happening.
And then I came back and I said, hey, and I think I've done a thing. Mike Cow and Ron May, I think it was Ron there. Mike Cow was definitely there. He was in line behind me at the bar. And Ron's gonna kill me if he was there, and I don't remember that. I said I just wanted in. I wanted to be a part of the league, and I wanted to own a team. What would it take? And then, are you serious? And then, yeah, I'm serious. And I've been like, as I'm walking back, I felt like I was doing a walk of shame back with all these drinks. Going, I have to tell my partner that you've somehow now bought a team. So that's essentially what happened. And Angela was like, okay, tell me more. Do we have any information? I'm like, no. She asked me like 5 questions. I'm like, I don't know anything. Don't ask me. I just said I want it. And then it's up to her to figure it all out, because that's what we did.
So what you'll soon see is Lee has this huge global, big picture, right? And then I'm the one that reins it in, gets the details, and executes it.
That's a power duo right there. That's all you need.
Yeah. Like for the 2 of us, she's the like talent. And then I do all of the hard work behind the scenes, like editing the videos, and it takes like 30 hours, and getting the amazing guests on here.
Yes.
And she just sits here and looks pretty and takes all the credit. And everyone thinks that she edits, right? thinks that she does all the editing because I'm too old to do it. Like they think I wouldn't even know how to do it.
I'm like, no, I just show up for the podcast and magic appears afterwards.
That's
and
really
she
excited, doesn't it?
You're like, Mom, when's my call time? I'll be up there.
Be over in tomorrow. I'm like, oh crap, we have that today. Gotcha.
And then you want green M&M.
Yeah, right. That's right. That's right. Her demands are like increasing the more popular we get.
No, but it was a brilliant idea actually when she told me about it, and I was like, huh. I mean, there's always something, right? Even when she goes off leash and she brings home a bone, I'm like, oh no, yeah, that's actually a really good idea. So it works.
Yeah, or brings home like a stray dog, like Ron and Mike. Now, I mean,
and I'm a conservation photographer, so I'm probably going to keep it at home. I'm going to keep it.
Right. Well, I've got 2 lovely pets. They're both keepers, though. They're they're awesome. They're good friends of mine. I just adore them. I play with Ron all the time. I see Michael from time to time, not as frequently as I would like to, but yeah, you guys are in good hands, though. I mean, it's so exciting. I know everyone is extremely excited now that you guys are on board. And Chandra and Danny and my whole crew. It's awesome. NPL is kind of like the rival, if there is a rival yet. What do you want to be different between you and NPL? Or what would be important for you to kind of, not asking you to say anything negative about NPL, but just things that could use some improvement that maybe you guys could do with this league?
You're gonna get me cancelled is what's gonna But it's like I hate's a bit of a strong word, but it's I wish it wasn't seen as a rivalry. Honestly, it's like, to me, it's like I feel like rising tides lift all ships, right? And that's what we're about in a really, really big way, because I am 10 million people in this country play pickleball, right? There's more than enough pie to go around for everyone. So I don't feel like it should be in competition, right? And that's my thing. I mean, maybe I'm too idealistic, but I would love to see NPL get rid of their exclusivity and have their league, and USLPL, with no exclusivity, have their league, not on competing weekends, not competing again with the APP, because the APP is actually the one tour that does support seniors, right? Of course, you've got nationals and the US Open, but as a tour. And then there's enough weekends in the year to avoid and be able to be very cohesive, right? And then let players play, because I think you'll find players playing in both leagues, and it'll just elevate both leagues, right? And I don't think it's ever an us versus them or anything like that. And unfortunately, I think a lot of people see it that way. And I wish it would just be sort of, one big happy family. I mean, Steve Kuhn, who founded MLP and who had this vision, he said, he goes, I truly believe there'd be a lot more joy in the world if more people play pickleball. And I subscribe to that. So I hate anytime there's a perceived rivalry, because there shouldn't be.
Well, this just got real boring, because I was thinking this was our sound bites. I was waiting for them. No, I'm joking.
No, sorry. I'm going to ask that. No, never mind. Sorry.
I'm totally kidding. I have good friends that are playing or MPL, and I've got good friends that are doing this. So I agree with you. I think the more people we get into the sport, the better it is for everybody. And,
we have to lift each other, especially right now. It's about lifting each other, not being against each other.
Yeah. And I think we got enough drama on the pro side. We don't need that to bleed into the senior.
Well, and I think that was my point, right? I was like, because I came from a pro career. And,
yes.
I'm one of the first players that's playing senior pro that had a really good professional career in pickleball. And I saw everything, and I was, caught some flack on it or whatever, but saw what it's done to the sport. And it's like, look, at senior pickleball, I think we should be the adults in the room, and let's behave like adults. Look what's happened down there. Why are you bringing that into senior? We don't need that. We're playing pickleball because we love it. We're not doing it for the money. Like none of us are winning retirement money at senior pro. We're doing it because we love it. So let's not muddy those waters, right?
Yeah, makes total sense. Yep, and I think this is why she's a fan favorite right there.
Yeah. I think there's a big, especially people my age too, like their drive. There's a difference between like being competitive and then, just being selfish and not really caring about what other people think, and doing things selfishly for your own personal advantage. And I think with any professional sport that a lot of people kind of get in over their head. And so I think it's important to bring that community aspect back and be like, it's a game. It's for fun. You're supposed to be playing with your friends and making new friends doing that. So I think it's a good reminder for people.
And that's what pickleball has always been, right?
But I mean, look, at the end of the day, I think we can't forget how pickleball started and where it all came from, right? Professional pickleball sits on top of an amateur event. And the reasons we have fans is because amateurs are there already competing, right? And it's like, that's something you can't ever forget. The reason I have a platform is because there's an amateur tournament and they watch me play and they become fans of me or whatever. And that is very, very important, right? And it's like, I think when you lose sight of that, then your ego takes over and you get a little bit diva-ish.
Very, very true.
Okay, so with this new team that you guys are starting, do you think you guys will be successful in wins, or what are you guys feeling like within the first year? I know it's going to be a trial and error thing, but it seems like you guys are both very positive people and have positive outlooks on life. So you could.
One of us might be more positive than the other.
That's so funny because I'm like, Jordan, you're asking, and Jordan is like ultra competitive. I'm like, wow, you're asking that in a much nicer tone than I thought you would have. I thought she was going to be like, so you guys are going to win? You guys going to win?
You said to me, you have to draw off the right team because we're winning this thing. And I was like, okay.
Oh yeah, I totally did.
I'm currently being cloned.
Oh, that would be me. I would, as soon as one person lost, I'd be like, all right, you're off the team. Thank you. Next.
Totally. How can I cut people love?
I'm so not that bad. I might give them a side eye, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I'll get the side eye. You pick that person.
Yeah.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, I think everybody wants to win, right? But
Yeah.
I think something that we have to continue to instill in people is it's about having fun. Even though it's a game and it's competitive, it's about having fun and bringing our community together. So, yes, will I have moments of sadness if we don't win and disappointment? Absolutely. But I also know that I can look back after those moments and go, yeah, but we had fun doing it.
I'm very fun, guys. I am so much fun.
I'm kidding. You're fun.
I am fun.
You're a team player.
I am a team player. I'm very positive.
Yeah.
I'm totally kidding about like pushing myself on you guys is make it just more
turn
funny
this into
for
your interview,
Absolutely. What do you think? What do you think your best shot is?
Oh, I love the reset. I love a drop and a reset. I do, and I know that it's not like.
Those mine. Who said you already have? She has those already.
Oh, you don't like anyone who's playing senior better have those shots, right? Or they're not going to be playing senior because
what about the lob? I feel like the lob is a great one against
the old people.
Other people older.
The lob could be a good one too. Yeah. Okay, let me come up with my serve. I will come up with a good answer for our true interview.
Got it.
Yeah, but I really do like my drop, my thirst shot drops. I do.
I mean, honestly, I think and I haven't told you this, but I'm going to say it now. So,
brace myself.
No, and I think the biggest thing for us, like with LA Game Changers, is like it's more than just a pro pickleball team, right? I want to create more of a movement and like really have this sort of community around LA Game Changers that is just very embracive of everything that's pickleball from grassroots all the way up to pro, right? I think that to me is the definition of success. Do I want to win matches? Of course I want to win. Do I want to win the league? Absolutely. Do I want to tag a few people in the process? Hit their paddles down, then it's not my fault. But at the end of the day, I want to be able to look back and be like, look what we were able to create. This game changer umbrella, right? And that to me is sort of a job well done.
Well, the name, when you released the name, I was like, yes, because that's just so cool because what you're doing outside of that, which we're going to talk about in a second, but your other business that you're doing, and it was really cool that you guys could pull the names in there. And even though it's not just a her thing, changers versus changers, that was very cool. I noticed. I think I posted on them like, I see you.
Well, we want to support our guys, right?
That's right. Got to take out the H there, but that's okay.
Yeah. I guess that was an Angela name. Did you come up with that name? Because you got the brains and then you have your Muppet.
That one, actually.
Broad team?
There we go.
Both of them contribute to that one, maybe.
That was me.
Okay.
Credit where credit's due.
Ron and Michael, the owners of the league, Ron Cortez and Michael Cow, their question for you all was, do you think that you could beat them in singles?
Like me taking them both on at the same time.
No, you just have to play one at a time.
Blindfolded with my right hand.
Yes.
And probably slippers. All this.
Yes, I was hoping you'd say that.
All right. And the beer in my other hand.
I'm telling them, I can't wait to tell them you said that. I'm actually just going to make this into a reel, and then I'm going to post it to make sure that they see
I can
this.
describe my whole outfit.
That's right. Tiara, tutu, beer in one hand,
slipper,
and playing with your left
well, I'm
hand.
left-handed, right? I mean,
Oh, that's right. That's right. Playing with your right hand.
But I don't think it would be very good for them. Their ego would go their way. And then if they beat me with my right hand, then it's like, well, you beat her with her right hand. She's left-handed. So let's let it out. And then if they beat you with a slipper, like, well, she was playing with a slipper. Let's use a paddle. It's not going to work in their favorite any way this happens.
I love it. I love it so much. Okay. Okay. So moving on, Angela, how did you get into pickleball, and what's your level, and what are you playing?
I got into pickleball by accident. I'm an ex-athlete myself. I was a pre-Olympic gymnast. And I remember when I saw pickleball, I was like, yeah, no way. It's not athletic enough for me. And friends invited me out to be their fourth. And I went out, I played. And I also judged my friends. They were a little older and they were wearing knee braces. And I got my ass handed to me. They taught me a lesson and I got hooked immediately. I couldn't stop.
And then do you play in tournaments, and you?
Yes and no. I mean, running the company obviously is most of my time, right? I leave that to her, but I do play, and I'm about a 4.0.
That's awesome. Very good. And so, Lee, Jordan and I, we played at the US Open, and we played in the all age.
Split age?
No, not the split age. That would have been much better, but we didn't have, because there was only split age in the pro. So we played the 5-0, but we had to play in her age bracket. So like I say, the teenager to 29-year-olds. Anyways, some advice on how you play against the younger players. That's what I said. I said, that is the last time I am playing against babies. I'm tired of it. I just want to move on to.
Because you had a brilliant shot, and it doesn't look out at them not to run for the ball. And then they get it back, and then you hit another good shot, and they run for it. You're like, that's just rude. Can you just respect the fact that I did something brilliant? And respect your elders, and they don't. So like my thing is, like, don't play them. It's done.
Yeah. And now you were just there, and you played. Who did you play?
No,
split?
I played with Patrick Kapka.
Okay, well, we watched that game, and I guess we just didn't know who he was. apparently,
we're not the best with nobody knew who he was. Like, who are you playing with? I'm like, I'm playing with Patrick. They're like, well, we don't know him. I'm like, that's not my problem. I mean, there you go. That's why I picked.
But you guys did, at least the matches that we watched, you guys kicked ass.
Yeah,
you guys did really well.
No, I mean, honestly, it was a last minute partnership. I had one player, I mean, I'll just say it. I was supposed to play with Eric Onsens, like John knew my mixed doubles partner son, but then he signed a PPA deal so he could play. Then he got me Will House. So I had Will House, and then maybe 2-3 weeks before, Will House signed a PPA so he couldn't play. So then I wasn't going to play. I had a couple of other players reach out to me to ask, but because I'm the next national team coach, I couldn't coach anybody from the national team. You know, I couldn't play with anybody from the national team because it would be a conflict.
Right.
And then Daria Walczek, I pronounce her name wrong the whole time. She's like, why don't you play with PK? And I was like, honestly, do you think he'll play with me? She's like, yeah, he is in a partner. I'm like, okay. So I literally went up to him and I said, hey, would you like to play split age? And he's like, sure. So it was a literal, like, we've never played together. I think we practiced for 2 minutes prior.
Yeah.
And then like it felt, there's sometimes you get on the court with somebody and it just clicks. And it felt like I was playing with my cousin and we laughed the entire time and just had a blast. And I'm like, dude, run the show. I'm here to play clean up. You do you. And
yeah, it was very funny. You guys
my face hurt from laughing that entire day.
Yeah. I mean, they were literally dancing between each point on the court. That's how much fun they had.
So yeah, it looked like it. And then we're like, again, we're like, this is
like,
why.
"Wait, I want to be her friend.
What? I said, honey, I'll tell you what, I will see if she'll come on the podcast for you, right?
Perfect.
Okay, honey.
See, now we're besties and I'm sitting on your lap.
Yeah. Oh, and you're going to be sending me my pants shortly. So
So do you think who has the advantage? Like typically having the guy being older and split age and having a younger female partner, or the senior being the female and the baby being the male? Your experience.
It depends. I think that me being older and the guy being younger is the better combo, because even if they're playing, so if they play a younger girl and older guy, my younger guy not going to respect the young girl in front and definitely not going to respect the old man, right? He can follow both, right? So I feel like that better combo there. I don't know. That's just in my mind, because that's kind of my favorite that way for the last 2 years. So that's what I'm going with. That's my final answer.
That's a good answer. Good answer. Yeah, I had people say different things, so I was just curious what your take on it was. Okay, so going into Game Changer, tell us how did that come to life? And maybe Angela, you could speak to that.
Sure. Tell the real story. Huh? So over 2 years ago now, I actually worked for like a contract out with a travel company called Olivia Travel. And they wanted me to essentially implement pickleball into their trips. And they didn't know what they were doing whatsoever. They're like, we don't know what we're doing. So will you do this and become like, just program pickleball for our women? And I was like, absolutely. And they go, well, we already have 600 women signed up. And I was like, what?
Wow.
So at the 600 women, I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do this? So I had to be incredibly creative. And then I also knew that the only person on the planet that could execute this was Lee. Well, I actually reached out, and she looked at me like I was absolutely nuts. And she ran away from me.
I said, no. And
She said, no.
Literally hung up. I'm like, you're insane.
Even Lee was like 600. Yeah. Set me up.
She believed me. She didn't believe me. That's actually the bottom line. And I didn't give up on her, though. I was like, you know what? You're the only one that can do this. You're going to do this with me. I'm telling you, you're going to do this.
Yeah.
And somehow I was able to convince her into my craziness. And I think that's where we meet, because I think anything is possible, no matter how crazy it sounds. And she agreed. And so we executed over 600. It was actually closer to 700 women in 1 week. And it was the largest pickleball camp ever executed in the world. And it was incredibly successful with 700 women. And then there, I think Lee was like, hey, there's something. And she was the one who approached me and essentially pulled me out of retirement, believe it or not. Stranger events.
Wow. That is incredible. 700 women. That is just incredible. I didn't even realize how successful, how big it was. Like I was looking at your guys' events, but I had no idea it was that large. That's amazing.
We had 10 courts?
Yep, we had 10 courts dedicated to the camp.
Yeah. So then we had 50 people every hour. Yep. Coming.
Wow.
It was fun.
Our
days were so short. We hardly worked. We enjoyed Cancun for all that we had to offer.
That is amazing. That is amazing.
So are you seeing a shift in how women's pickleball is being showcased and valued?
Well, yeah, to go with that, another counseling question. You can answer that. My answer is no,
not at all. Sadly, we go back in history and we look at just women's sports alone, right? We've always been the ones that have to fight for equal pay. We have to fight for just the respect. We have to fight for absolutely everything that we've ever gotten.
Yep.
And it is still that way, even in pickleball. I'm just going to speak to the elephant in the room.
Yeah. The elephant on the pants.
There you go. Right here.
But, and never mind just women, imagine senior pro women. And they're the ones that paved the way. So where's the respect? So we're not seeing that change yet. And it's a big reason why we founded Game Change Her events, was to lift women over 50, because it doesn't mean the game's over just because we've gotten older. It actually just means your life is getting started, because most women are raising kids and they just left home. they're maybe able to retire and balance out their life from their career. And we need to support those that support the sport.
We're still relevant to over 50% of the demographic. Absolutely. That plays at the recreational level, right? And it was like, I had to go to Florida to do some work. And one of the guys there was, we were talking about how senior pros and being aired and whatnot, right? And that's how we air a lot of, my matches because I'm selfish. But he was saying, he's like, I wish I could see more senior pros play because a 25-year-old is not relevant to me. I'm 68 years old. I can't move the way a 25-year-old does, but I can see like a Jaime or a Scott Moore or a Dan Greneau or Marcelo out on the court and understand what they're doing and aspire to move that way or do that. That is more within reach versus a 25-year-old's athletic ability, right? So yeah, that's unfortunately, that's a sentiment that a lot of over 45, 50-year-olds do voice to us. But
it's a constant everywhere we go. And we're trying even step by step and brick by brick to build that. We have our YouTube channel and we're streaming all of Lee's games and trying to lift all of the women that are around her that she plays with. And believe it or not, even though they're some of the most exciting games, when we get to center court at the end of the day, they're not televising anymore. They've shut it all down. The bars are closed. The food is gone. And there's absolutely no attention.
Which is absolutely insane. So a friend of mine was talking to someone who was working with, I'm not going to name drop because I'm not sure I will be accurate enough, but he did a bunch of research on pro matches for pickleball to find the viewership, both in the senior pro and just pro event, and found that all the viewers, they were watching televised for women more than they were the men, more than they were for mixed. And so it's just crazy to me that if that's what's bringing it in, but then they're not televising it or they're not showcasing it. And that's what people want to watch. It just seems crazy to me that they wouldn't want to capitalize on that.
Agreed. So
more.
To answer, obviously, your question, the answer is no. But it's why we're trying to have this movement and bring attention to it in the most respectful way, to just respect those that paved the way for everyone else.
Amen, sister.
Well, pickleball was such a young sport, right? Even though it was founded in 1965, it was still founded this, like last century, but not that long ago, right? And you've got a lot of incredible women in the space who were pioneers of the sport, right? You've got Gigi Lamaster, you've got Jen Fuller-Coy, you've got Alex Hamner, right? And these are names that do not need to be forgotten ever. You've got Christine Barksdale, who was phenomenal, about 10 years ago. There's a lot of women in this space that have done a lot for pickleball. And to me, the younger generation coming in needs to know who these women are and not brush up and not, because the reason they have a professional career now is because of these women. Mm-hmm. And that needs to not ever go away. And I see it slowly going away. And it just breaks my heart because the sport is too new. And it's like 2 generations removed. It's not going that far back. So these women need to be extremely relevant today.
Totally. And I've had the honor, I'm going to give a shout out to her, Billie Jean King. I have had the honor of working with her on the Olivia trips that I do. And watching the work that she's done, her and her wife, and that are still doing today, I watch and I learn. And not for anything. It's a big reason why in the background, we are doing what we're doing and trying to create this movement, have a voice, and just educate and hopefully hang on to that legacy.
I was just thinking about her when you guys were talking. Yeah. She was the name that just popped in my mind of just thinking, okay, if it could be like that, if for pickleball,
exactly,
it'd be amazing. So, all right. So anything you wanted to add?
I would say just obviously check out our website for all of the upcoming events that we have. We are going to Las Vegas next month. We're going to Incline Village. I mean, we have events all over the country. And next year we've actually implemented, and we're international. We'll be going to Greece and Italy and Spain. So we're doing a lot. We're growing pretty quickly.
That's amazing. And now, is it is for all ages, women of all ages?
We actually customize. What happens is most people reach out to us and we customize the camps and clinics wherever they want us to go. So if you want it all ages, we do all ages. If you want just women, we do just women. If you want combined, we bring our male pros. The only thing that we ask, believe it or not, is in their contracts that they agree to lift women. That's all we ask.
So if Jordan and I want to do it one time, then we would. Then we would be able to do that. Whatever.
We could customize a camp or a clinic for mixed age and for moms and daughters, and absolutely we would.
Oh, let's do it.
I know, right? That'll be fun.
Yeah, we will definitely also link your website below so everyone can click on it and check you guys out, because I think this is an amazing thing you guys are doing, and I think it needs to be. I think this should be the number one thing televised. I mean, you need some ads out there. You would have so many, it's just hard living in the society that we do, getting women empowerment. So to find people who are empowering women is just amazing. And I appreciate you guys for doing that.
Thank you. And I feel like as women need to do a better job, right? For whatever reason, we're very good at tearing each other down.
Yes, we just had that conversation on our last podcast.
And the only thing that we ask is you pay it forward. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we try to do that through this
podcast
and other ways.
Okay. All right, we're going to move on to a little bit more relaxing, fun questions that we like to ask our guests. So, which pro player would you want? Okay, besides Lee, which pro player would you want beside you in fighting in? Go ahead, Mom. Just take it away. That's my question to ask you.
I usually ask this question because she has trouble with one of the expensive words.
No, I know. I can say it. Apocalypse, Mom. Okay, so go.
All right. If you had to pick one pro player to fight alongside you during a zombie apocalypse, who would it be?
Want to answer that one first?
I'm going to say Angela.
Simon?
My doppelganger.
Angela Simon?
Yeah.
All right, Lee.
You said she couldn't pick me.
Well,
you
did say that.
There.
You're right. You did say that.
I have to pick AJ Cole.
Good one. First timer. That's the first time he's been picked. Okay, but why would you guys pick each of them? Other than doppelganger, but
Why did you pick Angela other than she hits the shit on?
Yeah, big time. And she's an incredibly talented player, but at the same time, her attitude on the court. And I've seen her play with Lee and just their camaraderie, and she always brings it back to joy. She's incredibly competitive and talented. And I mean, don't get into a dinking match with her. She'll take it.
So you're saying that would make her very good at fighting the
You know
zombies?
what? When you're calm and consistent, the turtle wins the race.
I like it. Yes. Yes, that's good.
And
then
why AJ? 2 reasons. One, he and I broke out in pro pickleball at the same time, right? It was our tournament together in mixed doubles, and he mixed doubles partner of mine and MLP and everything else, and good friends. And together on the court, we're very chaotic and just have a blast. And I think he's just, he's a former hockey player, so I feel like anybody who can wield the hockey stick can take down any zombie. So it is my pick. Like, I feel like I could walk into any kind of battle with AJ. Within 20 minutes, be at the bar just cheersing with a beer. It would be the shortest zombie apocalypse ever.
Right. There's like the zombies would be like all dead around the bar, and you could be that's love it.
Alrighty, next question. Okay, Nasty Nelsons. What are your take on them, and love it or leave it?
Okay. Can I answer for you?
Sure.
Love.
No.
Yes.
That was not my answer.
Love it.
No.
Yes, you.
In rec play, for sure, it's
Absolutely.
fun. In harmless fun, yes. In a tournament, sorry, it's a bit of a dick move, but at the same time, you should be ready and expect it. But, that one video went viral, right? We all saw it.
We interviewed her.
Look, it was the right play. The player wasn't paying attention. And maybe it becomes more of a regular thing, but, come on. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, there's a place for it, but there's not a place for it.
I'm with you. I am all about it in a rec game. Like, I love it. Like, if it's my friends and we're all, we're just all messing around, we're playing, we're having a good time, or do it. I've been Nasty Nelson many a times, even standing off the court, because I'm like, you're not going to Nasty Nelson me, and I stand off the court and I still get Nasty Nelson, right? I mean, it's that bad.
But that's a function of your reflexes, nothing else. Now you just went downhill. You're not being right.
We're not
watching. Great.
She can't get out of the way when she's 3 feet out of bounds. But I would never do it in the tournament.
Well, I'll do it at USLPL.
Okay. Perfect. Is that going to be like rec play for you?
I think I'm playing against you because I know I can hit you.
I'm just saying that to throw you off a little bit.
Got it.
I don't want to play all my cards.
You're like, I am fast, like sloth.
Look at me. Yeah. All right. And then would you, if you could nasty Nelson one pro player during a tournament, who would it be?
Paper instead.
Who is it?
I have to take the flip.
Oh, plead the fifth on this.
Oh,
Read the flip.
Remember, I'm Canadian and she's from Gibraltar, so
I have to plead the fifth.
Ah.
If you need a roommate, it's not hard to figure out.
See, we must do we say we don't listen to gossip? We listen to positive things, so
yes.
that's why we don't know.
So then I'm positive that I would not nasty Nelson anybody.
All right, I'm calling Rob and John after this. I'm asking them. I'm like, hey, John. I'm going to text John while we're on the call right here.
I'm nasty Nelson John.
There we go.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
Would you rather be mic'd up all match or have to be completely silent throughout the whole match?
Mic'd up all match every time. Every time.
I want her to be mic'd up all match too. It's so entertaining. It's ridiculous.
What? Huh. Oh, that's too funny. That's great. Okay. So the last question we have for you guys is now that you know a little bit about us, who would you recommend that we have as one of our guests? Anyone that you think, okay, this person would be a great person to have on as a guest on our show? Anyone?
Jane Austen.
Are we moving out of?
I thought it
Okay, well, that's really good.
I'm going to plug my friend Billie Jean King. Go for it.
Hey, I'm going to just throw it out there and ask because
I think
I asked Lee Whitwell, didn't think she was going to say yes. So I mean,
look at us now.
I have no standards.
well, hopefully she does too. Hopefully she does too.
I would say, please interview as many senior pros as you can, and I'll tell you: Teresa Tarn, Angela Simon, Jennifer Dawson, Lisa Alapaz, Natalie Shaw.
Perfect.
Yvonne Ting. I mean, and Jaime, Marcelo, Dan Brunel,
all of them. And then honestly, Alex Hamna and Jennifer LaCour and Gigi LeMaster. Those three are a must-have.
Okay, that is all great. So Jordan has been, I have been drawn to all the senior players. So this is very good because I'm like, I'm gonna ask this other senior player on, this other senior player on.
She's like, I'll get a great cue. I'm like, all right. Tell me.
And then I'm like, I'll find someone young. I will find someone young for you to interview here soon. But yeah,
I enjoy it. It helps me see like different aspects of pickleball too, because right now I'm playing with so many young people too. And even for me, I'm 26. So then like I'm playing against like yesterday I just played in a tournament and there was like 18-year-olds and like even just that little age gap to me seems so big in terms of like my athletic ability versus them where I was 10 years ago when I was playing competitive basketball to now. And I'm like, oh my gosh, my body's just not moving the same. But pickleball is such a good sport to just continue to move your body and to feel good about doing something. And so I think I like the whole senior aspect of it because it shows you like you don't have to be this fit 20-year-old athletic person to be a star
successful,
at pickleball.
right?
So,
You have 26, your body doesn't move the same like you did at 18. Have this conversation in 24 years' time with me.
Okay, I don't want to say that. Oh, I'm saying that, but
I know.
It right? It does. Every 8-10 years, your body's like,
yeah,
I don't want to do that anymore.
I transferred into my woman body. I'm in my woman body now. I'm not a teenager anymore.
That makes sense.
I haven't said fuck the whole time, but Jordan, fuck you.
Bam. Literally.
So we would win in a singles match, Jordan, you or your mom?
Probably me.
Yeah.
You think? Yeah.
You don't play a lot of singles.
No,
but
I don't. Well, no, I don't. So
Yeah.
it could be you.
I'll
But
you.
Perfect.
like,
then I'll win.
she is like, she has improved. I mean, she's
I'm
amazing.
training for the senior
and
pros. So she's training for
Jimmy-
senior pros. Jimmy, 24 years. It's like my goal is 24 years ahead of me.
You're in.
I'll be there.
That's right. That's right. They'll pick you on your team. In fact, if I'm on the team, they're like, Michelle's out, Jordan's in.
And Jordan, what place in the age? Like dead and living at that point.
Perfect. Yeah.
You're getting so good.
Thank you, Mom.
I'm sorry. I'm just like, I love you. You're just so good. Okay.
They're all big spots for you. Have to make up for that.
Right. That was your fuck you. I was just saying, I was reading your mind.
Way to try it. Or
Yeah, for real.
Oh,
my
gosh.
goodness.
You guys have been amazing.
Yeah, thank you so
amazing.
much.
Thank you for giving us so much of your time. Yeah. Anything that you guys want to say to like any shout outs to anyone or anything that we didn't cover that you wanted to let our viewers know about?
no, I don't want to talk to anybody else.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
I mean, always, it's like, thanks to, definitely want to say thanks to all my sponsors who continue to believe in me, right? Even when there was times I maybe gave them reason not to. But thankful for all my sponsors who stuck by me and continue to do so, right? Because they allow this freedom to keep moving forward and allow this journey to happen. So I'm extremely thankful.
Yeah. Well, we're so excited for you guys, and I'll let you give your shout out too. But we're just so excited about all of the things you guys have coming up. So, but go ahead, Angela.
Big time. I want to say thank you to all of the sponsors for Game Changer because they're really stepping up on a platform and supporting us and all the senior pros that we're trying to lift, right? And they're believing in us and what we're doing. So yeah, I'm grateful.
Yeah, we believe in you guys. I'm a big fan. You guys won me over. I'm like game changer. I'm gonna be at one of those events. So
Absolutely.
yay! And we will definitely link your website down below. So everyone listening, please go check them out, see what they're all about. Go to an event, reach out to either one of them. Again, amazing people, and we just appreciate you guys' time. Even through all of the technical difficulties, we made it. We did it. And then we usually sign off with like a little peace sign. So
If you guys want a piece with us, you can.
and
You'll
then,
see it when it's coming.
yes, and then we'll close out. Okay,
All right.
Mom.
Please do that.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for listening, and please like, subscribe, and comment below. Check out Game Changer and these amazing people. Thanks for listening.
We love you guys. Peace.